Hey guys, hope you're doing good. Today I am at Fort Fisher. I'm gonna take a walk down a trail and go visit the World War II bunker of the Fort Fisher Hermit. So let's take a walk. Okay, so 0.8 miles. It's called the Basin Trail, but a lot of locals, we know it as the Hermit Trail. It's very, very nice day. A little chilly, a little windy. And it is pet friendly. Just make sure you clean up after your pets. So let's talk a little bit. All right. So Robert Harrill, otherwise known as the Fort Fisher Hermit. He was born in Gaffney, South Carolina. Okay, and he was educated, went to school, and he eventually got married. And he married a woman named Katie, and they had a couple of kids. And the marriage, it was, I guess, kind of rocky. He didn't have steady work, and you know, trying to provide for children and a wife, it's difficult. And he did some jobs and things, but not enough to really provide. And what I have seen on interviews and read, his wife got kind of tired of that. She picked up the kids and she went to Pennsylvania, and she got a job up there, and I don't think she came back. So anyway, eventually he went and he lived in Charlotte, North Carolina with his sister. And it was around 1956 or so that he took off and started walking and hitchhiking. And he started coming down this direction, Carolina Beach. And he took up residence in this World War II bunker that was abandoned. And this was 1956. This is long before the hippie movement, before, you know, anything like people were already, you know, abandoning jobs and going out in vans and just kind of, you know, free love and everything. This is long before that. So he was doing this, and he isolated himself from society, and he started living off the land and the sea, and he would you know, eat oysters and clams and anything like that, fish, I guess. And people would come by and visit him when they found out he was down here, and they would bring him donations. He had a frying pan that he kept out that people would make donations to, and they would sit and talk with him, and they'd take pictures with him, and he would share advice, I guess, and probably philosophy and worldviews and life, and he wanted to start a school of common sense, because there really wasn't much, and there still isn't. Isn't that pretty? Just beautiful. Beautiful trail. Beautiful old trees. It's a lovely place. Okay, so anyway, so he come down here and he started living, and people would come and visit him, and he had quite a few, you know, consistent visitors and friends, and they would make donations. They'd bring him fishing nets and probably crab pots and things like that to help him, and he had what he needed. He was happy. There's a trail back there. Survived pretty well, and they said he was one of the biggest tourist attractions. He had, I think, a guest book, and people signed it, and he had like 17,000 visitors in a year. Impressive, right? So yeah, he was pretty popular. There's been a lot of books written about him, and there's been some movies, and there's things on YouTube, and I'm not going to try and, you know, reinvent the wheel. I'm not going to try and do that kind of a video. This is for fun, always for fun, and maybe stir up some curiosity that you'll go to the library and check a book out and do some reading. and investigate some more, always. But yeah, he's a very interesting character. And then one day in June 1973, I believe it was, June 3rd, 1973, some teenagers came down to visit the hermit, and they discovered that he had died. He was dead. And there's a lot of mystery surrounding his death. The New Hanover coroner ruled it a heart attack. It was very questionable. They found the hermit laying in his bunker, spread eagle on his back, on top of a bunch of boxes and some buckets. He had scratches on him. They said that there was drag marks in the sand. There looked to be like there had been a scuffle, like a fight. And they think maybe someone might have been down there and it was a prank gone wrong. A prank, and they had the man who was in his 70s in the sleeping bag and possibly had been dragging him around. Now, there was some reports that he would have people come down there and they would drink with him and things like that. So maybe there had been a party. Maybe they didn't want to leave. There's all kinds of theories about what happened to the hermit. I've seen the photos. There's black and white crime photos or photos of his body, and it doesn't look natural. It doesn't, the way he's found doesn't, it does look like there was something that maybe he died of a heart attack, but what was it caused by? Like, something happened to him to cause that heart attack? I don't know if we'll ever know. But definitely some mystery surrounding his death. Now, we are approaching where the bunker's at. Now, I came here when I was in my early 20s and with some friends. So this would have been in the 90s. And the bunker was really easy to get to, and it was very cleared out. The videos I have seen, the bunker is quite grown up now. So I'm interested in seeing the difference than it was when we came and looked at it. Quite lovely. So, Robert Harrill, yeah, he really wasn't a hermit. Not really. A hermit is, when you think of a hermit, a person that wants to be left alone. Yes, check, he did, in a way. But it's also a person that doesn't really have a lot of contact with anyone. And from all accounts that I've read, he was a sociable person. He liked talking to people. He liked having visitors and just company. He enjoyed it. So I wouldn't say he wasn't really a hermit. He definitely liked his solitude. And I think have you ever just gotten tired of life? You ever just wanted to get in your car and drive away and just forget everything and just say, I'm done. I can't do it no more. I mean, who hasn't, right? The difference is, most of us, we don't do that. We keep working. We keep going. We keep going to work, keep providing for our families, keep doing what we have to do and what we know is expected of us. And the hermit, he had an opportunity to not have to do that, so he didn't. And I guess in a way, a lot of us would be envious of that kind of life, right? Being able to just not live with having to pay taxes and deal with DMV and grocery store shopping, any of those things, right? It's those daily tasks of life that really can drag you down. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's not that far on a map, but part of this walk is in sand. You ever had to trek? It feels like the Sahara Desert out here walking in this sand. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either. It's okay, but it makes it seem longer. Let's say that. But it's pretty. It definitely makes it seem long. And I want to say over there, they have a four-wheel road where you can drive your vehicles, four-wheel drive, out on the sand. They have that in Outer Banks too. Very isolated out here. It's pretty, but in a way it's kind of spooky. I mean, those that know, right? If you know, you know. Yeah. Almost there, I hope. Okay. Finally getting out of the sand. Good. I have sand in my shoes. Now, you know, if you come out here to see him, if he wanted to get away from people, he picked the perfect spot. He really did. Because you are away from people. Definitely. We're getting closer. I can feel it. Closer, closer. Hear that bird? That bird's saying, you're almost there. What? Observation deck? Okay, here it is. Yes, this has grown up quite a bit. Wow. This was totally, when I came here in the 90s, there was no trees like this. Shrubs, nothing. No, not at all. This was all cleared out. None of this. You could walk right up to this. This wasn't here. Now, my understanding is that this plaque wasn't approved, but that the powers that be are leaving it alone. They're not going to touch it. But that this was put up here. You can see how it was put up. That it was sort of done by the Hermit Society. Yeah. So. That's nice. They painted over that. That's good. That had graffiti on it. It's a really good sized bunker. This is really, you can hear the echo. I don't know size, I don't know, but it's really pretty big. It's got these, I don't like these holes right through there. I don't know what purpose they served. There's one there. I'm too short for that. That's got like rebar across it. And maybe I'm wrong, but from the pictures that I saw, it looks like maybe right in here is where they found him. Right there. Now see the picture that we took back in the 90s. We climbed up here. I was much younger. And we had a sign, a road sign someone had found. And we stood right up here facing that way. And someone stood over there. This was all cleared out. There was no honeysuckle and all these bushes and everything. And they took a picture of us standing up here with that sign. many moons ago. All right, Federal Point Church Cemetery. Looks like they're doing a cleanup. Newton Graveyard and Home Site. Robert Harrill, the Fort Fisher Hermit, he made people think. February 2nd, 1893 to June 4th, 1972. I'm gonna get out of here. As always, keep seeking. Bye.